So why do we have functions? Well, that's because of number lines. Alright? This is where algebra and geometry finally come together. Because we have a function right here. F of x equals x plus 2. Now, how do we know this is a function? Well, if you put a number 1 in place of x, 1 plus 2 is 3. So the function of x, in this particular case, if the domain is 1, then the range is going to be 3. If the domain is 2, the range is going to be 4, so on and so forth. Okay? And we can actually graph this on a number line. And this is where statistics start in. We start graphing this on a number line. We can show profits, we can show loss, so on and so forth. You can have scientific notation, that kind of thing, and there you go. So, if the domain is 1, the range is going to be 3. If the domain is 2, the range is going to be 4. If the domain is 3, then the range is going to be 5, so on and so forth. Okay? And this is also where geometry comes in, because you start drawing all these number lines together, well, you're going to start coming up with geometric figures. And that's when you need geometry. Okay? Do you remember all those lessons I've been given on Euclid's elements? This is where you're going to start needing them. Alright. Calculus is basically the combination of algebra and geometry together. And that's what it is. Alright, now, let's say you have originally the number 5. So you add 5 to 2, you get 7, and so therefore your range is 7. So your domain is 5, your range is 7. Now let's say you decide to add 5 more to that. Well, is your range going to be 7 now? Especially since this is a one-to-one function? No. Okay? You add 10 to 2, and it's going to become 12. So how do we figure this out? Okay? We have the Greek letter delta right down here. And delta is a symbol for change. Okay, that's the Greek letter for change. Alright, so you have change, which is going to be equal to the function of a plus h minus the function of a. Alright? We're going to subtract the function of a from the function of a plus h. Now, let's say that a was 5, h was also 5. So you got a plus h, which is 5 plus 5, which equals 10. And then you have the function of a, which is 5. Well, 10 minus 5 is 5. Alright. Now let's apply this. Let's say we go back to this equation here of x, function of x equals x plus 2. Well, we're going to substitute x with a plus h. Well, a plus h plus 2 minus a plus 2. Remember, we're going to replace that x not only with a plus h, but also with a. So, the a plus h plus 2 minus a plus 2 equals a plus h plus 2 minus a minus 2. Well, a minus a is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0, so all you have left is h. Alright. Now, let's just say, for instance, that we replace the a and the h both with 5s. Well, 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12. 5 plus 2 is 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So, the difference between 5 plus 2 equaling 7 and 10 plus 2 equaling 12 is 5. Okay, so you're going to take a step of 5 up the ladder. You're actually going to climb 5 steps up the ladder when you change the domain from 5 to 10. Okay? And that's how much you're going to change it. Alright. That's enough for this lesson here. I will continue these function lessons in a future video, so stay tuned.